Hey man, corporate greed getting out of hand, bro. I'm late to this party, but did y'all know that they are charging people like $85 a month at these apartment complexes just to open up the door? They gonna squeeze out every ounce of juice that they possibly can, bro. Listen, let's get straight into the video, but first, like it before you light it, hit the sub before you hit the bud, join the team before you hit the green, and don't forget the... This is ridiculous, man.
Hey, so everyone has lost their fucking mind. Apartment hunting, housing market, renting, whatever it is, you've absolutely lost your mind. So as I sit here apartment hunting here in Los Angeles, would you believe that I came across this place, $2,500 a month, okay, 1 bedroom, no utilities included, you have to pay for your parking, bare bones, 3 times the rent, $650 minimum credit, okay? I scroll down to the bottom, and I see that in order for you to access your unit that you are paying $2,500 for, okay, you must subscribe to a monthly membership to use your key fob. If you don't, you will not be able to access your unit that you pay $2,500 for. What are we doing? I know why people are burning down warehouses, and I know why people are running up on CEOs and sending them back to their maker. People are tired, and it is only going to get worse. This is quite literally something that the average American will not just work their way out of. They will not skip a latte out of. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? What are we doing?
Now, I honestly don't understand why they want to squeeze everything about their customers like that, because this is predatory, bro. It's no different than like these other corporations getting money for free out of us. Like, for instance, if you got $2 in your bank account and you need to purchase something that costs $10 from Capital One, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, you swipe, complete the transaction, they hit you with a $35 overdraft fee. Free money created out of thin air. And this is essentially the same thing. It's like them charging the banks for mileage with the airlines. Delta will charge Bank of America, some mileage fees that they then tell you to swipe your card and they will give them to you. And then you end up not using them. So ultimately, they just charge Bank of America. Not that we should feel sorry for Bank of America for something that the customer never going to use anyway. It's so many ways these corporations are just getting free money out of us. It's like gift cards. They call this breakage. If you buy a gift card for Starbucks, they figure that a percentage of the population are not going to completely use those gift cards. So guess what? If you never used it, they basically got free money out of us. They calculate these things, and this is what they've come up with in order to increase profits, man. This is wild, bro. This is wild.
So you might not have heard of them, but Greystar is the largest apartment owner and manager in the U.S. The Guardian found that tenants at apartment complexes operated by Greystar are frequently charged dozens of fees on top of their rent at a time when Americans' rents are at record highs. We counted at least 125 different named fees in leases, court documents, and rental listings for Greystar apartments across the country. About half of them are mandatory. Here are some you might not have heard of before. We found $25 a month for doorstep trash at an apartment in suburban Dallas. It's a service where staff pick up trash outside your door and you can't opt out. We found $95 a month for lifestyle fees that cover the advertised rooftop pool, yoga room, and other features at an apartment in New Jersey. And we found boiler management fees at apartments in Georgia, Oklahoma, South Carolina, and other states. A Colorado lawsuit claims boiler fees unfairly shift the cost of a basic service like maintaining a heating system onto tenants. Last year, the Federal Trade Commission settled a suit against Greystar over its fees. Now, the FTC is considering regulations to address junk fees and rental housing nationwide. In a statement, Greystar said, "We disagree with the allegations and various court actions over fees." In court filings, the company has called tenants' legal complaints factually deficient, implausible, and futile. It said it would never knowingly implement a resident cost that we believe violates any law. Check out the Guardian's investigation into junk fees and Greystar at the link in our bio.
What do we learn? These people are going to figure out a way to get that money up out of you, bro. Like, it's best that you probably deal with smaller mom and pop corporations. Not corporations, but like, situations. Maybe they own a 4-unit apartment complex. Nothing crazy. They still got their hands on it personally. Once they start outsourcing things to technology and property management, man, listen, bro, I'm telling you, forget you and yours, dog. They weren't about them and theirs.
Vegas, you have to be kidding me on this. And I want any of you to tell me if you're experiencing this, because this sounds very LA, very New York, not Vegas. So I just moved out of a luxury building downtown. I just moved across the street to another luxury building. But I just found out today that they are requiring their tenants to pay a $400 a month subscription just to get in their front door and all of the communal doors on property. $400 a month just to walk in your front door and any door on property. Because they used to use the latch system, but they got rid of that once the management switched over. And now they require you to spend $400 extra a month just to get into your front door. $400. That's not to mention the $150 to park in your own building, $120 for amenities, and you're required to spend $190 on cable that they don't let you opt out of. And those are all the extras on top of your rent. $400 to get into your front door? What?
Hey, guess what? I was keeping notes for y'all who didn't. This man basically just said, on top of the luxury rent that you already have to pay just to be able to live in such a place, you coming up with an additional, $860 because of the cable, the parking, and just to be able to enter into the building, bro. Like, that makes no sense to me. You look at $860 over the course of a year. We got 12 months in a year. I ain't that good at math like that. So we're going to do 10 times 860. That's $8,600, bro. Do you know what the average average Americans are not living in luxury apartments, but understand that's money that they could have used in something else, but it just went to corporate greed, bro. This is wild.
All right, a little story time about how capitalism completely destroys our ability to thrive, let alone survive. All right. So my apartment, I have been here for 4 years now. And when I first moved in, we had a fob system for locks, right? Little gray disc that you attach to your keychain and you just slap it up against the little magnetic-y thing and it unlocks the main door, your door, all those things. About a year and a half to 2 years ago, we all get an email from our apartment complex that they are doing away with the fob system. And instead, we are going to be on a phone app lock system. So fobs are going away. They're going to change out all the locks on every single door, and we're all going to be using this phone app moving forward.
Which is crazy because not only are they going to charge you for this, they know your schedule now. They know your habits, your trends. They know when and where you come in, who coming inside. They know what time you came inside because it's all attached to data and technology. This is crazy. It's leaving a footprint.
And they instituted this across, there's like over 200 apartments in my complex. It's a pretty big complex. And by and large, since this was installed, every single resident I talk to, we hate this app system. Absolutely hate it because think about it. When I first moved in, if I get home and I've got arms full of, grocery bags and I'm by myself, all I have to do is hook my keys onto my finger and just slap the fob up against the magnetic thing and I can unlock the elevator, I can unlock my front door, no problem, right? Now what I have to do, armful of groceries, is I have to get out my phone. I have to unlock it with my face. I have to go into the app. I have to make sure my Bluetooth is on because it only works if Bluetooth is on. And then I hold it up to the little reader thing on the door or in the elevator. It takes on average 3 to 5 seconds for it to register and unlock. So when you're in the elevator, it's a real time crunch because that elevator will just start moving regardless of whether or not you've unlocked it. So you might end up shooting past your floor if you couldn't get it unlocked fast enough.
Well, isn't that beautiful? We get to pay for the inconvenience of that. That don't make no sense, bro. You got to think about the safety implications of this, man. What if you need to get in your shit ASAP, but you got to wait 3 to 5 seconds for the phone to register, dog? What if your battery is damn near dead? What if it is dead? What if it just fails because technology fails, dog? You could be in a life-threatening situation, bro.
But mostly it's just cumbersome. It's a pain in the ass. No one likes, everyone complains about it. Every time you get into the elevator, people are like, I hate this system. I hate it so much. Also come to realize, right around the time that they put in this new lock system, they also started a new fee attached to our rent, which is called the Technology Connect fee. And the way they originally talked about it was, we're going to start offering internet as well, so that you don't have to go with any third-party internet providers, but that's totally optional if you want to opt in. A lot of us don't opt in. We use some of the more reliable providers that are around. But that technology fee still exists for everybody every single month, because that technology fee pays for the app to unlock the door. That technology fee is $85 a month. We all pay a subscription of $85 a month to unlock our fucking doors. $85 a month, almost $100 a month, not to live here, not for your rent, just to get in the fucking door. Because the apartment complex, without a vote from its residents, without anything, the property managers decided, this is what we're doing now, and we're going to charge you for it. But it'll be great because it's tech, it's high quality, blah, 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 blah. It's better than the fob system. Meanwhile, the residents hate it. We don't like it. It's not reliable. It's a pain in the ass. And we pay almost $100 a month just to unlock our fucking doors, to get into the homes that we reside in. This is capitalism in a nutshell. We're going to create a problem. We're then going to solve said problem that we created, and then we're going to charge you for the solution. And when we talk about how people are struggling to just survive, let alone thrive, it's because of this kind of shit. It's because we have moved to this place where we own nothing. Everything is subscription based. Even being able to get into your front door is on a subscription that if you don't pay, you don't even get into your own goddamn home. That is 2026 US capitalism in a nutshell. Hopefully, wherever I go next, I'll just have a key to get in.
So look, I did a little research or whatever, and like a lot of these apartment complexes are making so much money because with this, they are eliminating the need for like a management company to come out, open the door, do whatever they have to do. So they're saving money on that front. This is basically a money grab at the end of the day. If they got 200 units and they're charging people $85 a month, dog, they're making real money off of this. And this is a monthly thing. So it's increasing their net operating income a year by like 6 figures in some cases. So yeah, they're going to look out for themselves before they look out for you.
Okay, we need to have a real serious conversation about this technology now. We going a little too far, I think. So I just moved into a new complex, right? They gave me no physical key at all except for to the mailbox. Everything else on the app, through the phone. Cool, right? It's actually not cool. Now, here's another thing. They do give you a code. Okay, cool. I'm thinking that my code to my door would be my code to universally everything. So the downstairs door and the lobby to like get people up in and out the apartment building, like all that stuff, I'm thinking it would be the same code. Wrong answer, forehead. Each door has a different code. And each code is like 7 digits on top of that. And this just can't be the way people are living. Like I just can't live like this. My phone stays on 10%. Like I'm not going to be able, I don't even have a car charger. I'm fearing for my life if I'm going to be locked out of my apartment or not. This is ridiculous. And what makes it worse is that the app that they use is literally just called Door. So every time I try to look this shit up to try to figure something out on like how to use it and stuff, I never get any answers because it's called just Door. Like it's a blank I even asked somebody on the elevator, like, hey, what do you do if your phone dies? And he replied with, that's my biggest fear. Like, I fear we're going too far with technology. I don't know. We need to take a step back. Give me a physical key. Give me a physical key.
So the new scam is taking your money for an application fee and there's no units available. Never, ever give money for an application fee to any corporation, any building, any single family home until you've toured the actual unit that you're going to be rented. That is the new scam. I don't know if you know this or not, but an application fee is $125. They'll take 1,000 application fees and they'll have no vacancies. And that is big money, okay? Single family homes do it too. You'll see that scam on Marketplace. You'll see it on Craigslist. People don't even own the house and they're taking a application fee for a house that's not even theirs, for a building that has no vacancy, and just pocketing your money and you can't get it back.
I never charge an application fee for any of my properties. The logic for me is it makes no sense. Why are you charging somebody to apply to be in your apartment? So here's what I do. I put a blast out and I advertise multiple apartments that I own. I ask a series of questions through the applications to make sure that the persons that are responding are people that I would actually possibly rent out to. Now, when I boil it down to a couple of people that I have interest in, what I do is I send them a link. And in that link, the link is going to pull their credit, it's going to verify their income, and it's also going to verify their background. When they get that link, the money that they're paying for that costs $35, and the money does not go to me. I have no interest in making money charging people application fees. I'm just looking for me to have a solid tenant in my apartment. Now, when the information gets presented to me, I encourage all tenants to just be truthful. Be truthful about your credit, be truthful about your income, be truthful about your background check, because it's going to come out in the verification process. Now, if all of those things check out for this tenant, then you're going to be welcomed into your new home. You got to come with 1 month's rent, 2 months security. If those things do not check out, then I'm just going to bypass you and tell you you did not get approved for this apartment, and I'm going to be moving on to somebody else. But for myself, issuing application fees and collecting from a whole bunch of people so I can utilize that as a source of income, I don't do things like that. So what about for the rest of you out here, for you property owners, and what about for you tenants? Are you getting charged application fees continuously as a tenant and then you're just getting denied? And what about you property owners? Are you using an application fee as a source of revenue for yourself? So I would like you all to comment below and share with me your experiences.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, bro. And I don't want to throw my fellow real estate investors under the bus, but I don't trust real estate investors, period, dog. I've been in rooms with people who don't care what they do to undercut somebody out of a deal, to mess over a seller, to mess over a vendor, the people who work for them, not paying them, dog. It's a lot of people out here in the investing world who are just not worth a damn, dog. And these people are going to make sure that they make their money. And guess what? You're going to be the one that foot the bill, dog. You got to watch these apartment complex investors, dog. A lot of them are shady, and I'm just keeping it real with y'all.
They're now charging some tenants an extra monthly fee, wait for it, to work from home. But I already pay rent here. Now, landlords are saying they want to charge an extra fee because you're sitting at home all day working and you never leave the house. And they say it causes more wear and tear on their property. At some point, y'all gonna have a breathing oxygen fee, a looking out of the window fee, and a you walk too much in your own apartment fee. It's like buying a ticket to an all-you-can-eat buffet, but then you get charged extra because you're eating all you want. This is what happens when every single thing becomes another opportunity to squeeze money out of people. So let me ask y'all something. Does your apartment complex charge a work from home fee? And if they started charging that fee tomorrow, would you pay it? Or would that be the deal breaker? Let's talk about it.
For me, that'd be the deal breaker. You charge me a work from home fee. Why? I'm already paying rent. I'm leasing or renting this dwelling from you. Whether I go to work outside the home or inside the home, as long as you get your monthly rent, that's all that should matter. I just think everybody's trying to find a way to get more and more income out of people, man. Like she said, they can be charged. If they can charge you a breathing tax, they will. It's just starting to become too much. And I was seeing people at one point, they were starting to buy RVs, going into the RV market. But now, a lot of city ordinance and county ordinance will not allow you to have an RV on your land. They want you to have a dwelling on your land. So these laws are changing. Whoever in these local in federal offices, man, they tearing the people up, man. So, but it is what it is. It is pretty sad. But let's move to the next one.
Hey man, you know why the corporations can get away with this? Because nobody is going to galvanize. They're not going to aggregate resources and come together and say, you know what? If we all just turn this shit down, what are they going to do? It's not going to happen because guess what? He's complaining, she's complaining, but for every complaint that you hear, there's dozens that you don't see, and those people are just going to bite the bullet and keep going along to get along, and they don't care. I'm telling you. So this is basically probably stuck with you forever now because so many people just going to be like, man, I don't want to ruffle no feathers. I don't want to go against the grain, all that kind of stuff, man. You're scary. That's what it is. God damn it. But look, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm going to get at y'all on the next one. What do we learn? These people are going to figure out a way to get that money up out of you, bro. Like, it's best that you probably deal with smaller mom and pop corporations. Not corporations, but like, you know, situations. You know, maybe they own a 4-unit apartment complex. Nothing crazy. You know, they still got their hands on it personally. Once they start outsourcing things to technology and property management, man, listen, bro, I'm telling you, forget you and yours, dog. They weren't about them and theirs.